So now I start talking.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It's Monday, and you know what that means? Another episode of Undercover Boss was on last night, and we're breaking it down today. None of the CEOs going undercover have been more affected by his experience than Rick Arquilla, the president and COO of Roto-Rooter. So, should you rush out go buy Roto-Rooter? You can't. Roto-Rooter isn't an independent company. It's a wholly owned subsidiary of Chemed Corporation, symbol CHE. Here's what we like about CHE. It trades with a reasonable trailing PE of 16.71, but the forward PE is only 13.19. So, with former earnings and a PE of 15.17, you're looking at $62.34, about $8 higher than it is right here. The peg for Chemed is 1.13, so the growth is there to keep this stock headed higher. Not only does the company own Roto-Rooter, but it owns Vitus. The Vitus segment offers hospice services for patients with severe and life-limiting illnesses. This segment provides hospice services in routine home cares, inpatient cares, and continuous cares. It also offers spiritual and emotional counseling to patients and their family through its team of doctors, nurses, that would be me, home health aides, social workers, clergy, that would be Brad, and volunteers. Even James Altucher might be excited about this pick as it hits two demographics: a young, pay someone else to do it for me demographic with Roto-Rooter, and an aging population that needs end-of-life care with Vitus. Finally, and maybe the best reason of all, it's based in Cincinnati, Ohio. You probably know by now that that's where my Bradley was born, and that's his hometown, and he insists everything is in the city is made of gold. We'll see what kind of magic the city has when football season turns after the summer. Until then, we'll just have to take Brad's word for it. So the fundamentals of the company look pretty solid. It's in a growth area, especially with its Vitus segment, and technically the company opened on Monday 19 cents under its 50-day moving average, a key technical level when a stock travels in a channel. Usually the 50-day moving average is the level that can get long, that, that that you can get long, at least until the top of the channel. The stock is already up nearly $1, probably because the market knows we're going to come out and recommend it today after our stories on waste management and GSI commerce. So to stay ahead of the market, we're going to take a look at a sneak peek for the next week. They will be going undercover at 1-800-Flowers.com Incorporated, symbols FLWS. We have many concerns about FLWS, starting with the fact that they are not profitable and haven't been since Q2 of 2009. That's about a year without making money, and I certainly know how that feels. So looking at the earnings back to 2007, it looks like the company takes a loss in the first quarter of every year. Oh, so maybe I should work the last 3 quarters of every year and then I would get a gain. Well, their business is extremely seasonal, and in reality, only Q2 each year is a decent quarter. Combine this with the level of competition they face, and we think it's a recipe for losing money. Selling flowers is like renting a storage space. Everyone does it. Seriously, drive down the main street of any town in America and you tell me how many floors there are on the street. Just thinking about where Brad lived in Pomona, California, there were at least 3 floors that I can think of on Geary Avenue, and another 10 places to buy flowers within 5 miles of Geary. That is an insane amount of competition. Not even Walmart and Target have to deal with that much competition. Something else that's important to keep in mind about flowers: it's how they are bought. You would be hard-pressed to convince me otherwise that men make the majority of flower purchases. When was the last time you heard of your guy friend getting a flower from a girl? You may have never heard it in your lifetime. Taking a look at purchasing patterns of men, they are often erratic, unpredictable, done with very little lead time, and often very last minute. That means that ordering flowers online is the last thing that will occur to a guy. Even with same-day delivery promised on the website, I don't know that guys even know that. On top of that, thinking about the cost of something like same-day delivery means that, excuse me, most people will price themselves out of using the service without even looking into it. Looking at all the information we could find, we do see that the company has 104 franchise stores, mostly in California, Colorado, Florida, New Jersey, New York, and Texas, as well as 2 company-owned and operated stores in New York. Their 106 stores are nothing compared to the amount of florists out in the world. Competition is to be taken very seriously when looking at the profitability of a company, and 1-800-Flowers.com has more competition than any company you can think of, except maybe Duke tonight. The only way we could see this company pulling itself together would be to go out and start purchasing floral shops left and right. The company has twice as much debt as it does cash, so the balance sheet isn't terrible, but it operates in a completely discretionary sector of the economy. The 10-year chart on the stock looks terrible, and the real money in flowers like events and weddings, well, let's just say 1-800-Flowers is not the trusted name in floral decorations. We think the company has a horrible uphill battle to stay alive. The rest of its competition is all privately held. If we were somehow wrong on FLWS, then, like the airline stock, we'll just have to make our money elsewhere. Thanks again for joining us again today on Lunch at the Markets. You can bet that you will find us all on the couch at 9 p.m. for the Battle of the Blues tonight, for the finale of March Madness. We'll be wearing our Duke version of blue this evening, and trust me, we have more than enough of that. And there will be plenty of potato chips and yelling and arguing as we attempt to be the 6th man for the Blue Dew Devils, all the way from Hilton Head, South Carolina. Good luck to you, Mike Krzyzewski and his staff, tonight against the Butler Bulldogs. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.